The war has begun. Crypto Frog in the house. Two Goliaths taking on each other. The old school versus the young upstart. Yearn versus Convex. Who's the winner? DeFi. And probably curve holders. Welcome to the stream. That was a bit overly dramatic. But you know, let me do over dramatic sometimes. Crypto Frog, Gucci'd up, you know it, you know it. Thumbs up for the algorithm. She insists. Subscribe. That also helps the algorithm. I'm led to believe. Disclaimer, no financial advice. What you choose to invest in is entirely your choice. Your money, your choices. Right, this is a stream I've been wanting to make for quite a while, to be honest. But the Bitcoin conference got in the way. You can follow me on Twitter, CryptoFrog202. Let's do a quick Bitcoin price check before we get into it. Bitcoin 36.5k. Ethereum pushing 2.8k. Let's push that baby back to 3k. Let's do a Woo price check. Circa 82 cents, baby. Shit. Alright, so we're going to talk about Curve. Ticker CRV. Not CR7, not Ronaldo. We're talking about the cryptocurrency, not the washed up Portuguese footballer. With kids in every continent. And a fleet of luxury automobiles. Talking about Curve DAO token. Currently ranked the 100th biggest cryptocurrency in the world. And why is this war going on? Well, it's basically Yearn Finance versus Convex. We're going to get into that in a minute. Between them, they are quite, by far and away, the largest holders of Curve tokens. And this has led to a major spike in demand for CRV. I've heard some people labeling it the Lockening, which is alright, but war just sounds so much sexier. I mean, not real war, that's bad, but crypto wars that pamp our bags are sexy as fuck. So what all brought this about then? Convex Finance, ticker CVX. 586th biggest cryptocurrency in the world with a market cap of $31.3 million and a total lock value of over $3 billion. 3 with a B billion dollars. This is the website, convexfinance.com. What is Convex Finance, Froggerino? I will tell you. So this kind of came out of left field, at least for me anyway. It's a shiny, brand new DeFi protocol. It's like a yield farming optimization service. And it's all built around Curve, as you can see here, boosted Curve staking, deposit liquidity, earn boosted CRV and rewards. Now, where does the war come into it? Well, basically, they're fighting over who can offer the best yields. I'm talking about Convex, and I'm talking about Yearn Finance. Two juggernauts going at it. They need to essentially lock as many CRV tokens into Curve Finance's vesting escrow. I'm sure many of you have been on the curve.fi website. Probably don't need me to show it to you again. But this war has gone from a kind of cold war to a raging hot war. This is a tweet I'll talk about in a minute, but Yearn YFI recently bought like well over 700,000 CRV. And in this tweet they put out on May 30th, they said they purchased and locked another 1.42 million CRV, taking their total well past 2 million. The reason why they did that, they say so. This will increase both the boost of all Curve vaults and the YVE CRV YV boost rewards, earning depositors a higher APY. So shots were fired. Yearn weren't just going to lie down and let this young upstart, Convex, come along and fuck up their shit. Let's talk a little bit more about Convex then, how it works. As you can see here, this is the homepage, convexfinance.com. You can earn CRV with a better boost. Deposit your Curve LP tokens to earn Curve trading fees, boosted CRV and CVX tokens. Boost is pulled from CRV stakers, so you do not need to worry about locking yourself. Put your CRV to work, stake and earn additional CRV on top of CVX tokens and Curve trading fees. Then you can stake your CVX and earn even more. So let's have a look at, this is where you convert your CRV to CVX CRV. You basically connect your MetaMask, deposit your CRV, and it's locked. But in return, you get the CVX CRV. Important, converting is irreversible. You may stake and unstake the underlying token you get, the CVX CRV tokens, but you cannot convert them back to CRV. However, you can convert them back, convert them on secondary markets. This is how you can use your CVX then that you earn via depositing in Convex. You can stake it again for pretty nice APYs, not gonna lie. And you can also stake your CVX to earn CVX CRV as well. APYs over 100%. So all of a sudden, people kind of woke up to the fact like, holy shit, like something big's going down here. Like all this CRV, all this Curve is being sucked off the open market because they have to go, and people have to go to the open market to buy the CRV. Let's take a look at the current price on Binance, $2.53. It's up. You can see what it's done to the price over the past 2 weeks. CRV is up 88.4% in the last 14 days and 50% in the last 7 days. It's still sharply down from its all-time high of $54. We'll get a little bit more into the emissions of CRV in just a minute's time. Ave is also a place where people can put their CRV to work. Look down here. See that market size is 10.61 million. People are borrowing it like crazy. And you can get a very tasty deposit APY for Ave of 18.6%. And people are still borrowing it despite the fact that the borrow APY is 44.77%. Now, you would imagine that is because you are getting significantly more yield either in Yearn or in Convex. This is Yearn Finance then. Maximize your CRV rewards. They're really like making a show of this and putting a lot of emphasis on this. If you go into their vaults, pride of place at the very top are all their curve vaults. And to be quite frank with you, still doesn't really hold a candle to the upstart Convex. So if you want to play this game, how do you do it? Well, it helps to have stable coins. You can deposit your stable coins. DAI, USDC, USDT, TUSD, BUSD, SUSD, PAX, REN BTC. You can deposit them into Curve Finance, then you'll get the liquidity pool tokens. Once you have them, you go back to Convex or you go to Yearn, whichever you choose to go to. But if you go to Convex, you can deposit your liquidity pool tokens into there to earn boosted yield without actually locking your CRV, I believe. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that. You can then stake your CVX from your yield that you're getting from providing the liquidity pool tokens to get your CVX CRV. And then whatever you choose to do with your CVX CRV is entirely up to you. Now, this has been talked about, that I'm led to believe the emissions curve on Curve is set to come down. So this is why this kind of war, thumbs up by the way, I noticed 43 people watching, only 10 thumbs up, rectify the situation. Otherwise, she will be deeply disappointed. And I noticed 1 thumbs down. Kind of feel sad. You can also stake your Curve in Sushi as well. So what is Curve? Let's just talk a bit about Curve in case you're not entirely sure. It's basically a DeFi exchange, but with more of a focus on stable coins and obviously the CRV token, which is the governance token of it. It's all on Ethereum. And basically, this is the place you kind of want to go if you want to swap stable coins rather than going to Uniswap or SushiSwap or any of the other automated market makers. Generally speaking, you will get a much better conversion rate on Curve swapping between stable coins than you would on Uniswap or SushiSwap or anything else. Even for like huge amounts, which is why you might notice if you follow any of those whale alerts on Twitter, a lot of the time when you see someone's converting USDT to USDC, they are doing it via Curve. And the handling fee and everything is much cheaper as well. And they have a vast ocean of liquidity. But people who provide liquidity into the pools, let's go to the pools here, they can really benefit from the additional benefits provided by all these different DeFi protocols. As you can see, you've got your Alchemix, you've got your Aave, you've got your Compound, you've got your Luna, you've got your Frax. I could go on. I believe the Curve protocol has been audited, but bear in mind, audits aren't automatically a sign of absolute safety. So always invest carefully and don't put your life savings into DeFi protocols if you can help it. If you want to give it a go, just put in as much as you can afford to lose. But I mean, Curve is probably one of the most, if not the most established DeFi protocols out there. And is much beloved. So you may be wondering how exactly Curve can achieve this low slippage when it comes to stable coin transactions in comparison to other ways you can swap things. So it does use like a similar mechanism to Uniswap. It uses like algorithms to basically understand that, but it's not really perfect on Uniswap and SushiSwap for the more stable coins kind of thing. So that's why you just lose more in comparison on Uniswap when you're transferring stable coins around, swapping them around, than you would do in Curve. As we all know, stable coins, they like to, anyway, that they should do if they're designed correctly, unlike that fucking Fei protocol thing, should be like tied to the Yankee Dollarino. But there is some fluctuations. But really, it shouldn't be too much. If it is, then there's something's going wrong. So as long as someone trades on Curve, then the liquidity provider gets the transaction fee. So if you are pooled in Curve, if you are pooled in Convex, if you are pooled in Yearn Finance, in the Curve pools, all those fees are kind of distributed to all the liquidity providers. And if the transaction volume increases, which it has been doing very much so, then your income as an LP provider will also go up. If you really want to go down the rabbit hole, you can go to Aave. You can borrow, you can provide collateral, and then borrow against it and use it like that. But then you're playing a kind of a dangerous game, so I don't want to talk too much about that. But I'm sure if you have a decent idea about how DeFi works, you'll know that essentially this is why projects like Aave exist, because there are plenty of people taking advantage of that. I mean, why do you think 5.5 million Curve tokens are being borrowed at a APY of 44.76%. There is a reason for that. Because you'd be out of your mind to do so otherwise. Correct? Yes. So, as you can see on the Gexter, Curve token is the DAO, it's the governance token. If you want, you can participate in the online governance of Curve, decide what's going to happen. The max supply of Curve is 3.3 billion-ish. Circulating supply 328.3 million. But people and big DeFi protocols are snapping those puppies up in large amounts, and they're going to the open market to do so. As you can see then, there are quite a lot of tokens still to come out. How are they kind of shared around? I think about like 2/3 go to the liquidity providers. Around slightly less than a third goes to like the shareholders of Curve, but that's like unlocked vested period over a few years. Few percent goes to the team members, that's also locked, and then they have some community reserves and all that kind of jazz. How do you buy Curve? I mean, I shouldn't really have to tell you this, but you can pretty much get it anywhere. It's on Binance. It's on SushiSwap. It's on Coinbase. You think of an exchange, Curve token will be on there. But of course, if you want to provide liquidity, then you're going to have to go to Uniswap, or you're going to have to go to the Curve website. You're going to have to match it up here. You can do it like that. Just click on it, swap it, pool it on the Curve website, or you can do it on Sushi, or you can do it on Uniswap, or you can just do it on Convex. Bear in mind, you know, contract risks, impermanent loss, all that kind of shit. But going back to the war itself, I think it's quite the nice narrative that's being played out here. You could argue, really, that Curve now, I don't know what y'all think, I'll have a look in the chat in a minute. You could make some argument for saying Curve is probably in the top 3 most undervalued DeFi tokens. And despite the kind of ghetto look at their website, that's just their thing though. I would say it's definitely reached the level of a DeFi blue chip. I mean, it's on Binance for crying out loud. It's on Coinbase for crying out loud. In regards to what I am doing, I think the real winners, I mean, if you love farming, then I'd probably go the Convex route. Because as far as I can tell, the rewards are much nicer. Plus it gives you the options to like double down and stake the CVX you earn to earn CVX Curve. But I think, to be honest with you, and this is not financial advice, just my opinion. We'll have a look in the chat later and just see whether you agree with me. But I'm kind of hedging my bets on just holding Curve. Since there's this mad scramble by these two protocols to outdo each other and provide the stronger, the bigger rewards to their users. And I personally can't see it stopping anytime soon. Because one as soon as one of them gets the edge over the other one, then the other one's going to pile in again, taking them a little bit up. Then they're going to come over the top again. All this curve is getting permanently locked in these vaults. Both Yearn and Convex, they have to go to the open market, buy the CRV, then lock it permanently to provide the higher boost to their users. I hope I put that as clearly as I possibly could. But the curve war is definitely on. There's no denying that. Like, YFI Yearn have been extraordinarily aggressive in their purchasing of CRV. And just reading through their Twitter, I do sense a slight touch of nervousness in a way. So you got YFI tweeting this with the boy holding the curve in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hands. And they must be like, what the fuck? Because Convex came out of nowhere, joined in March 2021, like 2 or 3 months ago. Have 6,800 followers. So look at this. Let's scroll down here. On June 2nd, they had over 20 million curve locked on Convex Finance. And by June 6th, they had over $3 billion in curve finance liquidity pool deposits, which is absolutely extraordinary. So when it comes to the curve war or the curve lockening, whatever you want to label it, I think no matter who wins it, if there is a winner in the end, or whether they just keep going toe to toe, just smashing each other over the head, buying more and more curve, I think the winners at the end of the day will be the users of both those protocols, who will be seeing their yields go up exponentially. But also just regular holders of the curve token, as far as I can see. And plus, the real winner, looking at it on a more from like 50,000 feet, I'd say is DeFi. Because after a slow couple of months, we really needed something like this to give the DeFi space a real kick up the ass. And I think the curve war has done that. All right, let's take a look at the chat. Sup, Froggo, what up? There is no second best yield farm. There's a yield farm. It's called Yearn. Yearn are farming CVX. Check out Banteg. It's very confusing. I agree, Max Abbott, for the average user. But I think this might be the spark, regardless of whether you are a fan of Curve, whether you're a fan of Yearn, whether you're a fan of Convex. The 99.9% of regular crypto users would take one look at Curve and be like, what the living shit is this? Especially when they go in the pools. And it's got like SUSD, DAI plus USDC plus USDT plus SUSD, rewards, blah, blah, blah. Their fucking head explodes. But that's where Convex and Yearn come in, because they really take that complex nature out of Curve's hands and puts it more in the service's hands and makes it a bit more user-friendly. Because, I mean, it only really takes like 10 minutes of looking around Convex. And I'm sure most of you are very familiar with Yearn Finance right now. It really doesn't take long to figure out what to do. I mean, you can actually zap to earn compounding yield. You can zap like... No, I think this is just the shit coins I have in my MetaMask. Surf, Jesus. But you can just zap, deposit, and it will show you, and boom, you're good to go. So look at this YV Boost ETH. So this has growth of 49.19%, has total assets of 17.37 million. So it performs a multi-step transaction with any asset. So you could essentially, this takes curve.fi completely out of it on Yearn. I mean, you can take curve.fi completely out of it regardless anyway. But you can just go straight here and zap whatever ERC-20 token you have, and it, boom, it stakes it in the YV Boost, in the YV Boost ETH SLP on Sushi Swap for sushi rewards, deposits this SLP into the YV Boost ETH Pickle Jar on Pickle Finance for pickle rewards. It's just like, fuck. And then you just read the information, decide what you want. And this one, you just look down here, stake, curve, check out the APY, and then you get your CVX tokens. You can stake those to get CVX CRV tokens. I mean, to be quite frank with you, all it takes is like half an hour of doing your own research, and then maybe going in the Discord, maybe going into the Telegram group and being like, yo, so what's the deal, what are the strategies people are utilizing to extract maximum value out of this? You'd probably get some really nice answers. But I think it's just like amazing, like what is going on in DeFi right now. It's tremendously exciting, not only for Curve, but also all of the good gravy is happening on Ethereum. I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir here. All the good DeFi is happening on Ethereum. I know there are a few good things on the layer 2. Don't be like, oh, Frog, don't slag off Polygon, don't slag off Phantom. No. I'm not slagging them off. And in fact, I mean, you can go into Aave, and you can use Polygon. Because I don't know whether here you can Polygon. If you've ever like used Aave using Ethereum, holy fuck. I mean, this is, the gas price is cheap as fuck right now. But back in the day when the gas price was more like 200 or something like that, you used Aave, and you got absolutely smacked around the ass with gas fees. But it's good now, you can use Polygon for basically nothing. So yeah, that's what I think. I think the Curve war has definitely begun. Do I think it's going to end anytime soon? Definitely not. It's Yearn versus Convex, but then what's to stop another player turning up and being like, yo, biatch! That's a hot girlfriend you got there, biatch! Be a shame if I took her home. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just the whole way, like, Curve is built, it's like maximizing rewards. And then you got these other layers on top, re-maximizing those rewards for you. You got Yearn, you got Convex, you fucking name it. And it's an exciting time for DeFi. And hopefully this is the kick up the ass we needed for DeFi summer, baby. Summer loving happened so fast. We were promised DeFi summer. So hopefully Curve War will fucking take us to the promised land. The promised land. Alchemix and Bond look pretty good. Alpaca, I started farming today. 3x leverage staking. Jesus Christ. Let's have a look at that. I had some Alpaca NFTs back in the day. Oh no, that was Alpaca City. Oh, this is Binance Smart Chain, huh? I don't have Binance Smart Chain on my MetaMask. Wow, there's a significant sum locked in there too, huh? $1.1 billion. This flew under my radar, but the only problem I have with this is Binance Smart Chain DeFi projects have been getting absolutely giga-wrecked by flash loans and exploits. So I don't think I'd be able to sleep easy keeping money in these farms. All right, yeah, I see. BNB USDT 3x leverage. Jesus Christ. It's just like on steroids. I don't know. Bitcoin and crypto 5 to 10 minute daily update. Does the fact that all the exploits going on Binance Smart Chain not worry you at all? It fucking scared the shit out of me. Bond. Yeah, Bond looks pretty good. Where do you see Hathor ranked in 3 to 5 years? That's anyone's guess, bro. Stake DAO was a player before CVX, but it did not have the support of Charlie, the founder of Curve. Alchemix has really grabbed my attention. Fantastic DeFi idea of self-paying loans. Yeah, and plus the price of Alchemix, I was looking earlier, it's like $750 when I looked earlier. I was tempted to dip my toe at 786. That is a pretty good fucking deal, if you ask me. No finny. But I went on the website looking at Alchemix here. I suppose let's just talk about DeFi, because fucking DeFi is awesome. But I was looking at it, and so I connected my shit, and I was like, do they still have that tasty ass Alchemix? That tasty ass Alchemix ETH pool. But then it said like soon TM. I was like, what the fuck? So they retired it. They retired it, and then they're going to have Alchemix plus sushi. And I was like, shit. That's probably why people fucking dumped the price. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, even single staking is not bad. But yeah, Alchemix just crushes. It just crushes hard. Let's have a look at VFAT. I've been really looking for like some decent Ethereum-based yield farms. And I kind of haven't been looking. I've been too busy wooing it up like crazy. But Alpha Dex, Armor, Arth. I can't say I've ever heard of Arth. Or maybe I have. Let's have a look what kind of Buncerino they throw. Arth 2.0 launching soon. Connect. You know, don't have to ask me twice, buddy. Farming. Deposit Arth Dai Maha swap. Oh, that's Maha, is it? Where's my farmer? So what kind of returns are we getting on that? What kind of gravy butter are we getting? It's not showing me. That fucking sucks. GameStop, Frax Finance. I keep seeing people talk about Frax Finance. I don't know whether that's any good or not. Pegs. Never heard of that. Quantum Set Dollar. VTD. Sounds like STD. The gift that keeps on giving. STD. They should really make an STD finance. And then the tagline could be the gift that keeps on giving. Check my browser, get the fuck out of here. Oh, it's a fucking Sonurage thing. Fuck that shit. I ain't into the Sonurage shit no more. Get the fuck out of here. YFL USD. I mean, ideally you want to get in on these farms before they're listed on vfat.tools, to be quite frank with you. Like Abracadabra Spell, I see lots of people shilling that. But I'm not entirely bowled over by that one. I know it does have a very low market cap. But I was looking at the price earlier and it's just been like getting raked over the coals. It's down 30% in 7 days. But as a market cap of below. And plus the website just looks horrible. The ROI, it's really not much to write home about. Annually, 224% for ETH spell. So, I mean, I can understand if you want to keep the emissions low, but show me some decent Ethereum DeFi farms. Talk to me about curve emissions and why they matter in 3 minutes, please. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. All I know is that apparently they are... The emissions will be coming down kind of soon. But as far as I know, the emissions are rather high. But they necessarily have to be quite high because they have to go out to all the liquidity pool providers. Is that a good explanation to you? Yo, Doge, I mean Frog. Any low caps you find... Yes, Woo is pumping. Like I keep fucking telling you for like fucking months on end. And it's not going to stop anytime soon. No financial advice. V2 are the ones getting exploited on Binance Smart Chain. So this is still V1. Venereal DeFi. VD Finance, yeah. Or what about like herpes? Herpes.finance. Do you feel an outbreak coming? It's Herpes Finance. Do you feel an outbreak of gains? You've got herpes. Best of all, there's no cure. Big B69, I want more woo. Everyone needs more woo, but have to wait. That is the tragedy. Will the price wait for you, sir? Who knows? Who knows in the whole scheme of things? But yeah, the curve war. Let's get back into DeFi, yo. I fucking love DeFi. And Woo, when that goes live in July, that's going to utilize DeFi and shit too. It's going to be fucking brutally awesome. Epicry. But I mean, if you want to go for like the Sushi Swag just bought 600,000 woo. Just humble bragging. Sushi Swag just humble bragging. Got a whale in the house, yo. Barcy saying waiting for woo price to settle, and Sushi Swag just says, yeah, I just bought 600,000 woo. So yeah. How's that going to work out for you? Let's do a woo price check. 81 Centurinos. See y'all at double digits, motherfuckers. No financial advice. Alright, so I've been talking about curve, the curve war, what it means for DeFi in general, what it means for the price of curve. I like both Yearn Finance and I like Convex as well. I think they're both pretty darn good projects, yo. Plus, if you want to borrow a bunch of curve, you can go on Aave and pay 43.44%. But then you make a ton more if you do it, put it in there anyway. It's kind of like the hack that is DeFi. Alright, gang. Hope you enjoyed the video. Disclaimer, no financial advice was given in this video. Thumbs up for the algo and subscribe. Until we meet again, stack the Chad. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't shit the bed. And we get back into bull fucking season. Don't fuck me over. Bitcoin, don't fuck us over. Oh God. Bitcoin's down. It lost like 400 bucks. In the duration of the stream. Lame. Alright, cats. I'm Crypto Frog. You are legendary. Until we meet again. Stay safe. Stack the Chad.